What's going on, guys? Welcome to another gameplay video. Today we are trying our hand at some standard again, this time with Niv-Mizzet Reborn. This is a bit silly, I know. It's probably not going to work super well, but we haven't playtested it and we're going to try it. The whole idea is to get a Niv-Mizzet down as quickly as you possibly can, thanks to things like Arboreal Grazer. And kind of go off with it. So for each color pair, you look at the top 10 cards of your deck, and then for each color pair, you choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them, put the chosen card into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So the idea is you ramp this guy out there, get a bunch of cards put back into your hand, and then you've kind of got all the answers to hopefully win the game from there. Not only that, but he's also just a 6/6 flyer, so he's very, very good. Because of that, you'll notice we have quite a number of just kind of one-offs. Which makes sense for the deck. Included in that, though, are things like Deafening Clarion that we do have a playset of. This is going to help us stay alive, which obviously is going to be very crucial. We've got that. We've got Oath of Kai to help us stay alive, Tyrant, Scorn, Angrath, Rampage, Justice Strike, and then, of course, Solar Blaze here. All just ways to keep us in the game, keep us moving forward, with the Grazer as well as Uro hoping to ramp us a little bit and get us to that Niv-Mizzet as quickly as we can. We've got Thought Erasure to take apart the opponent's hand, and then of course Hydroid Krasis, which is going to be a really good scalable threat from the early game all the way through to the late game. Kaya, essentially a secondary win con. It's a slow one, but it does really, really work. We've got Klothys here, again, another kind of incremental damage style card. We've got Knight of Autumn. It's a bit of a tech piece here because there are a lot of artifacts and enchantments that we're probably going to want to peg with this, so it's nice to be able to get that out there. Vraska, Golgari Queen, another really good advantage engine, way to deal with the board as well as draw cards if you need to, and then ideally you could win the game off of the emblem, though oftentimes I don't think Vraska really gets there quite as quickly. We do have Time Wiped, as well as that Solar Blaze and the Deafening Clarion to really help us stay alive. We get to return something to our hand and then just destroy all creatures. Yorion is in here, not as the companion, but a very, very nice include here. We're able to pull this out, play it down, get a ton of extra value off of just bouncing a bunch of our stuff. So very happy to see that. Bedeck and Bedazzle here. Again, another kind of damage dealing spell. It just kind of deals with a creature or can deal with a land and then deal 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. So it's got a little bit of effect range there. Casualties of War, an amazing card. Absolutely love this. This is insane. The fact that this does so much, and especially in current meta, there's a lot that you're able to hit with this. So very happy to see that. And then, of course, Expansion Explosion is a great way, again, to kind of finish off the game as quickly as you can with that explosion in particular. Really, really strong. We do run, I believe it's 28 lands. I am not going to go through all these lands because given that we are a 5-color deck, we've got a lot of everything. But it is a very, very intense mana base. So like I said, I haven't actually played with this yet, so this is going to be a first for Niv-Mizzet in general for me, but I'm excited to try it. I think it's going to be a fun time. I really like, just kind of taking a card and play testing it around in different areas, and Niv-Mizzet's one of those that I think can be really fun, very janky, but very, very fun. Also, I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I know we were talking at the end of last week about, hopefully having some plans, doing some fun stuff. I mentioned that it was my brother's birthday, as well as Caitlin and I, my fiance and I were going out and playing a little bit of disc golf, having a great time. And we had a lovely time. It was fantastic. So, very happy we got to go do that. Really enjoyed ourselves. It was phenomenal. This hand's a bit slow, but it does give us the opportunity to kind of get all the mana that we need to get this Niv-Mizzet down. We've also got that Deafening Clarion to clear the board a little if we need. I think what we do is throw this out there, and then just next turn we can Deafening Clarion as we need to. We also do have that Bedeck up at instant speed, so if something comes down that we really just have to deal with, we can certainly do that. But this way we get a nice little 3-for-1 here. Very much enjoy that. Sure. Fail to flip. That's okay. All right. So we do take a little bit of a hit here, not anything terrible. And then next turn we get to just Deafening Clarion. Very happy to do that. We'll just get that out. We'll Deafening Clarion. Sure, we'll give all of our creatures lifelink. Get all these guys out there. Gonna take the hit from the Scorpion, but nice little 3-for-1. The name of the game is staying in the game until later, so very happy to do that. All right, so we do this. We do this. Probably get a blue source here, I guess. And then we just get to Niv. All right, you, I think. Actually, it might be you, and you. Yeah. Get to put a lot of cards in our hand. We're gonna discard this, and I think we're actually gonna discard that. Now we've just got a lot of tools. We've got Casualties of War being able to come down here. That's pretty good. Definitely a bit of an annoyance card, but that's okay. All right, so let's first Uro. Draw a card, get a land down. Go ahead and throw that one out there. We can play Sacred Foundry. We can then Knight of Autumn, I suppose, is kind of our best bet. Not worth, oops. I definitely misplayed there a little bit. That's okay. We'll just hit them for 3, gain 3 back. We didn't have the correct land untapped. That was my mistake, but that's okay. Nice. Okay. This little combination that they've got here where they just get to draw so many cards is very, very good. Casualties of War does not seem great here. Not gonna lie. Kind of think it's just this. Let's play this out there. Just have a permanent to sack that is not a land, because we really don't want to sacrifice a land. Gets us up a little bit. And now, you know, we've got the tools here. We're, again, trying to outvalue the opponent long term. That's pretty good. So we'll hopefully get there. We are trying to win via these Planeswalkers, so I'm hoping that we can get there on those. We could just get Uro down here as well, which is not a bad idea. Really, a Deathbloom Thallid. That is a bit of an interesting include. Yeah, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop, let's do. Not that it really matters, but okay, there we go. All right, let's do this. We'll draw a card here. Be able to get some stuff out. Ooh, a Klothys. Very much like that. You know, I'm just gonna do this. This isn't amazing by any means, but it just keeps them from doing too much here. They do get to pay 2 and draw there. This also just means, though, that a Deafening Clarion's really going to do a lot of work, which I very much enjoy. So, sure. Let's see. So we can Deafening Clarion next turn, get Klothys down, and potentially Knight of Autumn. So we can do quite a bit. Okay. That hurts. This Erebos is very difficult to outvalue just because they get to draw so many cards, but we're doing the best we can. I think it's all good. Getting this Klothys down is huge here. Just being able to start exiling their stuff is going to be very crucial. So happy to get this one down. And we'll just get a Knight of Autumn out here. It's something that they probably will just kill, but it gives us the opportunity to at least pose a threat outside of just Klothys. And so, you know, we'll see. Man, they are drawing so many cards. It's perfectly fine. That's what this deck is meant to do, so makes sense. This is a very interesting deck, though. They've got a lot of, like, Tavern Swindler, as well as Village Rites and, like, Deathbloom Thallid. Not generally cards that you see, and so my guess is that, you know, they're kind of on a budget, is the best way I can frame it. But here we're able to, you know, get a little bit of value from their graveyard and just start pinging them, which is phenomenal. Let's do this. We'll just get a green source. I don't think it matters too much. So we can Casualties of War if we would like. That really doesn't do a ton, but I don't think against this deck we're going to get much better anyway. No use in killing an enchantment because it's just not going to work. So we'll just hit for 2 here. Not a great one, not going to lie. But because this is indestructible, there's no point in countering it. Okay. Village Rites turning out to be quite good here, though. I mean, they're refilling phenomenally. So absolutely great there. Perfect. We'll go ahead and get Uro down. That also does allow us to get Uro down, which is pretty crucial. Just being that it's a very, very strong threat. They have plenty of ways to deal with it, I'm sure, but it does give us a little bit of life, gets us through the deck a little better, and ideally gets us into a winning position. They do have to be careful about this. We're going to be able to deal 2 this coming turn, and so they're going to have to deal with both creatures here. That was that was good. All right, well, we got a win. I think that was a bit of a budget deck, though. I don't think that was anything that we're going to see a lot of. Mono black, certainly, but not necessarily that configuration. So we will see how things go. I do really like this deck, though. It does a pretty good job of outvaluing even the high-value decks, I think. So it's fun. It's fun, it's fun. All right. Let's jump into it. Also, can I just say thank you so much to all of the new patrons. We've been getting just a stunning amount of support lately for that, and I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys for helping us get there. That is phenomenal. We could not be more happy. We did adjust our goals a little bit, so we made it based on not so much on the like payment structure, but more based on the number of patrons, because ideally that's kind of the bigger goal, is to get just awesome numbers of patrons out there. So happy to actually move that around a little bit, but I just want to say it's amazing to have so much support there. So thank you guys very, very much. It means more than you know. It really does. To have so much support for our content, whether that be just for proxies or whether that be just for content like these videos, like, it's pretty awesome to see so many people being a part of that. And like our Discord community has been growing, like all kinds of awesome stuff is happening. And I just want to thank everybody for that support. It's a long haul is what I will say, but it really does mean a lot. So thank you guys. Let's get Uro down here. Go ahead and get a land out. Perfect. And we can actually do that again next turn, and maybe just get Klothys down as well. Ooh, very nice. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Let's do this, and let's do a little deck thinning here. What do we need? What do we need? I'm just gonna get a green. Okay. Let's do this. Gain some life, get another land out. We'll just get another Fabled Passage. Search up again. And here we're just going to get Klothys down. This is a bit of a tough position because this Archon is very, very good. We do need a removal spell. Worth noting, we can just explosion, excuse me, at some point here. But we do need quite a bit of mana for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 2 more just to be able to kill it. That's a little tricky. Ooh, and that nice clean answer to Klothys there. Very, very well done. Sure. You got it. Unfortunately, we're hitting a lot of land, which is not super helpful. I'm gonna just throw this out there. This seems a little risky, I'm not gonna lie. Just because they could easily have an answer, just another Elspeth Conquers Death or, you know, something along those lines. But if not, then this is a clean block. Okay. Yeah, and see here, they just get to bounce and then bring it back. Very nice. Very nice by the opponent here. Yep. Very, very good. So, what do we want? What do we want? Deafening Clarion would get rid of these 3 kind of random dudes, but it's not actually going to do the most work here. I think we're kind of in hope mode. We do need a, like, time wipe would be good. That is not a time wipe. Alright, so 1, 2, Yep, can't even do that. We could have cycled that, I suppose. Maybe that would have been better just to get us further into our deck. I think that was a bit of a mistake. I tend to forget that cycling the land is like a viable thing. Could have just played Overgrown Tomb and then cycled. That would have been perfectly fine, but that's okay. We can just Expansion Explosion on something here. Wow, this is super expensive now, though, of course, because of Elspeth Conquers Death. Gotta be honest, I'm thinking we're just done here, but we're obviously gonna do the best we can to stick in it. Definitely gonna cycle here. Hydroid Krasis. So we can play Uro, or we can just Hydroid Krasis for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe that's the best. Gains us a little bit of life, draws us some cards, and just gets a threat out there. Ah, okay. Well, they just had a counter spell. Still get to draw. That's nice. But I think it's very clear we're pretty dead here. One little downside to a deck like this, because you run so many lands, yeah, perfect dead. Because you run so many lands, this tends to happen where you just get kind of flooded. And that's okay. It's going to happen. That's kind of the risk you take with a 5-color deck. So that's perfectly fine. But unfortunately, that's where we're at. All right, let's jump into it. Last game for this video, and then we'll of course do a second video with 3 more games. I really do enjoy this deck, but it definitely has its downfall. And we knew that going in, so that's okay. We're doing the best we can with what we've got. I really hope you guys have a fantastic week planned. We talked about weekend a little bit, but it's been, not gonna lie, it has been busy on my end. We've just had so much going on with work and with family. Not complaining at all because it's been very, very fun, and a lot of the work has been rewarding work. So like I'm also just lucky to have a job. I know a lot of people don't, so I try not to forget that. But it's really nice to, or it's very time consuming to do a lot of different things at once. And so to impress upon everybody, it has been busy is taking it lightly. But I really do appreciate the support lately for everything that we've done, and it's really been awesome. So thank you guys. Just go ahead and get that down. We're getting our mana pretty well developed here, which is great. We've got all the colors, which is also great. But do need a couple, like double white here is going to be a bit tricky because we don't have that currently. I'd love to get either like a Grazer even or an Uro would be phenomenal just to help us ramp up to these kinds of things. Interesting to see some kind of Sultai control, Sultai mid-range style deck is what we're looking at, it looks like here, but very interesting. Very, very interesting. Do we shock ourselves to leave up the Tyrant Scorn, or do we not? I'm going to let it enter tapped here. We'll see what they do. That may be a mistake, but we're going We're gonna do the best we can. Teferi, sure.
All right. Who's ready for a good time?
Good old Teferi. So we do need to find a way to answer it. That is a very must-answer kind of card. We don't have Blackout, do we? Whoops. Well, that was a bit of a mistake. I'm gonna just pass them. Should have Blood Crypted there. 100%. I would have taken the 2 for Vraska, that's for sure. But that's okay. It is what it is. As I said, with a deck like this, I'm gonna misplay, but we also haven't play tested with it, so it is what it is. Okay, discarded and eliminate. Sure. So they will get Uro down if they would like this turn, which is very, very good. We can't even Tyrant Scorn it. Man, that not Blood Crypt play was bad. But we do have Vraska being able to come down. Ooh, okay, well that changes things. Sure. And Vraska doesn't even clean answer that, worth noting. Solely because it has to be a non-land permanent. Just a heads up there. 3 or less, so we can't actually hit anything with that -3. Gotta be honest, that was a pretty big misplay, but I think we also just might be dead. Tyrant Scorn would have been great. We would have been able to at least deal with that land, and then we would have been able to get Vraska down, get that going, and then we would have one less creature to kind of worry about. So we're not in a great position here overall, solely because it goes to show you how important just a single land drop can be. That really did mess us up a good bit. Now Vraska can answer Uro with the understanding that it will immediately die. So we can also alternatively just Solar Blaze, but then we're kind of in a similar position the following turn where they just have double Planeswalkers up, and there's not much we're going to be able to do about it. So what is the best option? It might be to Solar Blaze, despite that not being the best in the world, but then next turn we actually get to play Vraska as well as Tyrant Scorn, if we play the right lands. So I think that that's what we're going to do. Get rid of these guys. They cannot, worth noting, Teferi can't phase out their own creatures, and so that does mean that they are going to get hit by this, without a doubt. So that's fantastic. Let's get this down, because now we also have Time Wipe as an option. And then next turn we'll shock ourselves if need be, but we'll be able to play Vraska, play Tyrant Scorn, and hopefully get some stuff down. They do have enough cards, I suppose, to actually play out Uro again, and that might mean Time Wipe is even better. We will see. We're managing the board okay, but we're still not in great positions here. Uro, okay. Well, oh, beautiful Cultivate. Absolutely love it. I love, love, love some Cultivate. Okay. Get hit for 3. All right, well, what is going to be the best option? So we can do this. Play this or just Indatha Triome. Alternatively, we can Vraska to kill Uro and then Tyrant Scorn. That's going to then kill Vraska. We could plus it up, but then it's still going to die. Either way. We're trying to find a good place to play this, and I just don't think we've got one, is really the key here. I think we're in Time Wipe territory. That feels terrible. Not gonna lie, but I think that's our best bet. Eventually here, they're just gonna be able to, yeah, like very soon, they're gonna be able to just to ferry for extra turns. Okay. It's pretty good. Play that. Yeah, we're in pretty bad shape here. We just haven't done anything. Unfortunately, we're just in the we can't let them have a good board kind of thing. But with Teferi out now at 10, pretty bad. Not gonna lie. Also, I hope you guys are enjoying the new proxies. I've put a couple out from the new Commander stuff, and holy crap, are they awesome. Also, I got a new tool to make proxies, and oh my goodness. I have to vent for a second. For those of you, for the lady Ziggies out there who are illustrators or graphic design people, you will know how effective a drawing pad can be on your workflow. I mean, it's necessary for illustration. It's important for other stuff, but it is really nice to have that. And so we I spent a little bit of my personal money and got a tablet that I can actually just draw on, which is so nice because it changes the game. It changes the game completely. I honestly don't even think that's the best play, do I? Let's do this. It just makes it so nice because now instead of instead of having to use like a trackpad, because I generally generally do the proxies on a Mac, instead of using a trackpad, I just get to sit there with a brush tool and pen that sucker in. And my goodness, does that make a difference? It's so easy. So I'm beyond thrilled with the way that that's gone. And it's really, really escalated the workflow and enabled certain things that I was not able to do before. I have to get black here, by the way, for Tyrant Scorn. I was not able to do a lot of very particular things before where, getting to fine lines. If you looked at the Prismatic Piper, where his like head outline is, he's kind of got that halo of very intricate kind of dreamweavy kind of stuff. I couldn't have done that before. I just couldn't have. And so finally now to be able to do that is really, really nice. It just gives such a new definition to the proxies and a level of detail that was not quite there before. So very fortunate there. I'm very happy about that. Kind of whiff on that Thought Erasure, which is fine by me. But we're not in a great position. There's no way around it. We just don't have very much here. If we had like an Uro or something along those lines, oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so now they're going to take extra turns. I'm going to go ahead and concede. We definitely lost. All right, so only one win in this one. Not that that's terribly unexpected. With a deck like this, when you're playing standard ranked, you expect that you're going to see some really powerful cards and really powerful decks. And while this has some powerful cards, I don't think it's a very consistent deck. And that's okay. We're trying it out. We're just seeing how it goes. And so I'm fine with that, but I do expect a number of losses here. I'm hoping we can get at least 1 or 2 more wins in the second video. So do stay tuned for that. That will be coming out very soon. And I hope that you enjoyed this one. I really do. I hope that you guys had a fantastic weekend. I hope you got a great week planned. Lots of stuff to do, I'm sure, but I hope you find time to watch these videos. So thank you guys so much. And again, thank you for all the support lately, both on YouTube as well as on all of our social media platforms and, of course, the patrons as well. So thank you guys. I will see you very soon for part 2.